So for this video, I am going to show you guys how I make my bear grease because I get asked that question a lot. So I figured why not just make some bear grease and show you guys. Plus I am almost out of the batch that I've made like 3 months back. So I find that every 3 months I have to remake my bear grease, um, which is pretty good because I'm saving a lot of money just making my own products. So since it's just me, I'm not going to really like measure a certain amount because it's just me and I'm just putting it in this jar right here. So I'm going to eyeball how much I put into the bowl. So right now I have this on top of a pot with some warm water going on so the oils can melt nicely. I do use more bear grease and tallow than I do with the other oils. Um, so yeah, I'm going to use more of that. So right now I'm going to use bear grease first because that's the main ingredient, tallow. Um, and then I have some almond oil, some amla oil, um, raspberry seed oil. What else I got? I got I got cherry oil, beeswax, and I have jojoba oil that I've put vanilla beans in, and I let it sit for like it's about to be 2 months now because I put vanilla beans in this jojoba oil back in early March, and now it's getting towards the end of April. So yeah, about close to about 2 months now. So I'm gonna use that. It smells so good. It's I put it in this jar. I didn't take the vanilla beans out yet because I still wanted to sit and marinate some more. But I am going to use a little bit of this right now because it's going to make the bear grease smell so good. And I have vanilla essential oil and some strawberry fragrance that I'm going to use as well. Because if you don't use no fragrance or like essential oils, you will be walking around smelling like some chicken grease. So it's good to use some type of like good smelling essential oil. Not too much, not too much, because too much essential oil is no good. So you just want to use a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. So I got my bear grease from, I know it's like the camera's flip, but I got the bear grease from Borderline Tree Works, and right now they are out of stock with the bear grease. Now the thing with bear grease, it's not mainstream, so you have to really like search for who's selling this stuff. It looks like ice cream a bit, but you have to really search for who's selling the bear fat. Um, I find a lot of times that I can find local shops that sell it in like Vermont and stuff like that, but it's not always in season. It's usually in season. Oh, most I find that I usually buy it. I usually find it in stock more in the fall and also in the spring, but mainly in the fall. So the summer and winter, you barely find any type of like bear fat because when you think about it, the bears are hibernating in the winter and fattening up and stuff like that. So the hunters are not going to be out there like that hunting for bears. I know that sounds inhumane, but listen, this has been going on for a very long time. Now, the reason why I got into this is because I wanted to do what my ancestors used to do and put in their hair. And me being of indigenous American, I always used to hear that bear grease works well in the hair, and that's what our ancestors used to use all the time. Um, and being a part of the community, I noticed a lot of the women, well, not a lot, but the women that I know that use bear grease, their hair is nice and long and thick and healthy. So I was taking advice from them, and I was like, you know what? Let me make my own concoction. And it's been working. Like, I've been making videos here and there showing my progress of how my hair's been ever since I started using the bear grease. And I'm thinking about making another update video. I didn't want to overdo it because it's like you kind of get the point, but I think I'm gonna do another update. On top of that, my dad, I made a batch for my dad because my dad has a bald spot and nothing has worked for him. Um, but he claims that the bear grease is working, and he even had me feel on top of his bald spot, and I felt some fuzz. So we'll see. We'll see. I gave it to him like about 3 months ago, and he uses it like twice a week. And he claims that the bear grease so far is working. So we'll see. If it does work, I'm definitely gonna make a video about that and show you guys a before and after of my dad's bald head versus how it's gonna look whenever we see some type of results. But I would show like a little bit of the fuzz, but it's like it's too early to say, in my opinion. But my dad's excited, so we'll see. I think I'm gonna use like maybe one more scoop. One more scoop. But not that much though. If anything, like I said, since I'm eyeballing this, I can always come back and put more of the bear grease in. But I'm gonna move on to the tallow. Ow. Oh, and by the way, I keep the bear grease in the fridge, and it's good for a whole year. After a year, you gotta change it. With the tallow, I keep in a cool area, in a dark space, in a closet somewhere. You don't need to refrigerate it, but after a year, you gotta change it out also, like when it starts to smell and stuff. So, oh, this tallow. I got a big old bucket. Um, I got this off of Etsy. Now, tallow is very easy to find, like super easy. I got this from uh, a Etsy site called Lady May, and I got this for a good price. I forgot how much, but it's a lot. So I'm gonna use some of that. I'm gonna use a different spoon. I'm gonna use just about that. If anything, like I said, I can always come back and put some more in. Now, what I got next is some organic omelet oil, and I love me some omelet oil. I'm not going to use too much of this, but omelet oil, for some reason, when it comes to like herbs from India, my hair loves it. I'm going to do one more. Okay, and I got some pure 100% sweet almond oil from Handcraft Blends. Now these two, the cherry kernel oil and the raspberry seed oil, I got from Plant Guru. I don't really use too much of this, but just like a little bit. Next is the vanilla oil. Sorry if I sound non-energetic. It's late at night and I'm getting pretty sleepy, but I knew that I needed to do this, and I was kind of hesitating because I was just too tired to get to the kitchen, but I'm here. So this stuff smells so good. So I did end up putting in a little bit more of the bear grease because I felt like I needed some more. Um, if I overdid it, if anything, I put some in a separate jar because I also use this on my skin. It's really good for like getting rid of scars and stuff like that. And I definitely seen that it worked. Some lady on YouTube somewhere, she used tallow for her stretch marks, and she was so surprised how fast it worked for her because nothing else worked. So yeah, it's really good for the skin. Now I'm going to put in some beeswax, and I'm going to eyeball this too. That's good because you don't need that much. And honestly, I think I put in a little bit too much, but it is what it is. What I'm about to do is put in some essential oils. So I have my vanilla essential oil. Next, I have my strawberry fragrance that I got from Plant Guru, and this smells so good. I don't put that much in because I feel like that would be too much, but I just put like maybe half a cap full. Nothing crazy. Tap it more. So I like scooping it in 1 spoon at a time before dumping the rest in because I ain't trying to waste my product. So I actually got the right amount with what I put in because it literally filled it all the way to the top without any spillover. So I'm impressed, but I have been doing this for a while now. So, yep. Now I'm going to let this sit overnight. And once it's hardened and stuff like that, I'll wash my hair and show you guys how I put the bear grease in, because I also get asked that too, like how do I use it in my hair? So I might as well show that too. So I just got finished washing my hair. It's the next day, and This literally took overnight to harden. It doesn't need to take like 24 to 48 hours. It hardens up pretty quick. So what I'm about to do is apply this to my hair. So I already sectioned most of my hair out. I usually section it in four and then like split it in two. So this is what it looks like. And yeah, by using this bear grease, my hair has grown a lot. Like it's grown a lot. And since this is sort of like a heavy product, I noticed a difference in like my curl pattern. Like it's gonna curl up some more, but since it's a little bit like heavy, I feel like my hair um hangs more. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what has been happening since I've been using the bear grease. But this is all I do. Okay, now I just got finished doing the other side of my head, and right now I'm about to just put it up in a bun. Well, twist it up first and then put it in a bun and leave it to dry, which takes like over a day to like completely dry. Ooh, my gosh. This is all that I do. My arms, I feel like I just got to work out in. Now, disclaimer, even though I said that the bear grease helped grow my hair, which it did, because any other method, any other product that I've used, nothing has worked. And it's not like that was the goal to just grow out my hair. I wanted my hair to get back to its healthy, natural state. And a lot of the products that I've used, even though like certain products like Meal Organics, if that's how you pronounce that company's name, um, even though their stuff was good, I did find that with certain products like that, my hair was shedding a lot. Now, this is all that came out of my head, the hair shed. Like, this is not much compared to what used to come out of my head every wash day. So that's really telling. I remember growing up, grease worked really well for my hair. That's all my mother used was like hair grease. Matter of fact, I bought Softy Indian hemp, I think that's what it's called. Softy, that grease. Um, I used to use that a lot as a kid. I bought that because I'm gonna start like blow drying out my hair. Um, and I'm only gonna use that product for whenever I blow dry out my hair. So between the bear grease and that's all I'm using, and some gel for my baby hairs, but that's about it. So even though, like I was saying, I said that bear grease helped grow out my hair, which it did. Um, I started this journey back in what, like 2024, and I posted some videos here and there of showing my update. And yeah, from my experience and from what I've been documenting, it definitely worked. Um, but even though I say that, scientifically, disclaimer, ain't trying to get sued. Um, um, no product really helps grow your hair, what they say. So it comes down to how you take care of yourself. But I've been taking care of myself for a very long time. And my hair has grown dramatically ever since I've been using the bear grease. But for disclaimer purposes, I'm not trying to say that it will grow out your hair, but listen, grease itself, I think for like for this particular community, whether you want to call yourself Indigenous American, Black American, um, I've noticed that we've all had this story of grease being like the staple when we were kids, and somewhere down the line, some auntie or whatever gave us a perm, messed up our hair, and then we figured washing sets at the Dominican hair salon would help, right? Because that's what they recommend, washing sets every 2 weeks. But now you're like damaging your hair even more with the whole flat iron and all that stuff. And since they didn't really have products like that back in the day for curly hair, thicker hair, kinky hair, whatever, um, it was like trial and errors. It was like that whole decade of trials and errors. So me, this has been the staple. Going back to my roots, I'm sticking with grease. Like it's the only thing that's worked for my hair. So I hope this video helped, and yeah.